So you're watching this video because you want to know the best ways to drive traffic to your beats in 2025. Well, one thing I can say is I've been making these sorts of videos since early 2022, and over the years, some things I've suggested are good ways to drive traffic to your beat store, others are not. And one thing I can tell you, there is a couple of surprise appearances from the past when it comes to places that you should be uploading or posting your beats onto. So make sure you stick around to the end because there is some surprise packages along the way in this video. But the main premise of this video is to help you get an understanding of where you should be putting your beats up and how you can maximize the traffic to your beat store. So make sure you do smash the subscribe button if you are new to this channel, as not only is it the best way to support the channel, but also make sure you never miss another video like this. So let's get straight into it. And again, some of these are going to be very obvious, but I'm saying them because they work, and anything that's in this video, again, is because it works, so I'm going to say it. So we're going to start with the really obvious one so we can get through them quickly, and that is actually on beat stores. Obviously, if you're going to upload a beat onto a beat store, there is a good chance you'll get a beat sale. We're going to start with BeatStars because if you upload beats, I'm sure you've heard of BeatStars, and I'm sure you've got a BeatStars account. It's pretty self-explanatory. Obviously, the BeatStars Marketplace is what I'm referring to here because the BeatStars Marketplace is the easiest place to get beat sales. That marketplace, you don't have to do any sort of marketing at all. You just upload the beat, give it a nice thumbnail, and just let it go to the algorithmic gods and hope that it gets you a beat sale. Similar story as well if you upload onto Airbit. I still upload onto Airbit just in case you wanted to know. I also upload onto Soundy. Soundy I actually use as my main beat store pro page, using their version of the pro page over the BeatStars one, which I've touched on in other videos, but mainly this all traffic is actually coming from a different source, which I'm going to mention in a second. But all them disclaimers aside, yes, I upload onto Soundy. And then I do actually upload onto Soundclick. I've got my first 2 sales this month on Soundclick, so I nearly gave up on it. But in 2025, I'm going to give it a go for a whole year again because I've uploaded 650 beats onto my other beat stores, only 188 on this one. So I've got a little bit of catch up that I can do. So that said, I'm still giving Soundclick a good go. So that's why I'm mentioning it in this video. But now we get to the good stuff. Now, this is one of the first surprise entries that I'm adding to where you should be uploading and advertising your beats in 2025. And that is SoundCloud. Now, some of you may be surprised by that. Some of you may have uploaded in the past, but not anymore. Now, the first thing I really want to kind of emphasize is why people stopped uploading onto SoundCloud. And mainly, I think that was because I did notice this pattern that a lot of the top beat makers stopped uploading, maybe because you feel like it wasn't working, it wasn't converting traffic. There was a real big problem with bots as well on SoundCloud, and people just, when you uploaded a beat, people would just comment these weird things, which is all about like reposting for reposting or reposting channels and paying to do that. It was just weird. SoundCloud was a mess. Even I stopped uploading onto SoundCloud because it wasn't working, wasn't getting any followers. And whenever I uploaded a beat, it just never felt like it was actually going out to someone who's interested in my beats. However, getting the Next Pro membership with SoundCloud has been a game changer. Now, I did upload beats earlier this year. As you can see, we go back to 5 months ago, but then I stopped because, again, I didn't really feel like it was working. But I came back to SoundCloud 2 weeks ago, and I uploaded a beat just to see how it go. And in that time, I've gained 6 followers already, and I really do feel like the players that I've been getting on SoundCloud have been real people. Now, I can confirm this year, I have a couple of repeat customers who I know came through SoundCloud. So SoundCloud does work. I can confirm that I do have people who buy my beats who have come from SoundCloud. So it works. It's just we never really know how to actually track how well it actually does. And as you see, I've only uploaded 191 tracks, so I've got another 400 I could upload to really start growing on SoundCloud. But I found uploading a beat a day, and one of the most beautiful things is when you upload a beat onto SoundCloud. Just going to give you a real quick example. So if we were to go through the process of uploading a beat, let's just say we were going to click this in, which is something I did earlier. It's this feature right here, which is the main difference, is because if you've got the Artist Pro membership, which I think is $6.99 a month, you can get SoundCloud to recommend your track to new listeners. And obviously, the more beats you upload, the more SoundCloud understands your audience. It's got a lot better. So this Next Pro membership has been amazing, especially with the fact that with the advanced details, you can add a buy link in, you can add links in below for people to download your beats. SoundCloud is basically a social media for music. So with all these improvements, I genuinely believe again that SoundCloud is a great place to upload your beats. And if we go to the analytics for the past 12 months, I've actually got 15,000 plays in the past 12 months from uploading beats onto there. At the end of the day, all publicity can be good publicity. So SoundCloud definitely recommend 2025. Give it time. You may have to give it a couple months to build up an audience, but I feel like SoundCloud is one of them places where you could genuinely start getting a little loyal following of people who regularly either download your beats for free or download them and purchase them to release on all major streaming platforms. So yes, SoundCloud makes a list. Now the next one is pretty obvious again. It is the YouTube type of channel. It still works really well for me. I've grown my channel to 2,230 subscribers in the past 2 years, and for me it does a good return. It does a return in the thousands in terms of beat sales. Like, there are channels who have 10 times or 100 times the subscribers I do. Even with a channel this size, it still gives me a good amount of beat sales on a monthly basis, and it's still a very good way to sell beats. I'm not going to say much about it because you know what type of channel is, you know what it does. Now we're going to go on to two more. The first one is just a little shout out, and that's the Audiomack. Like, you may not think to upload onto Audiomack, but the only reason I shouted it out is because I did a little experiment where I was uploading a couple of beats onto there. I can't tell you if I've made any beat sales on there, but I did get one beat which got 8,630 plays, which is a pretty mental for just one beat. And this beat is one of my more selling beats, so I just like to think that one of the sales I got on that beat actually was from Audiomack. Again, there's no way of knowing, so I could just be chatting absolute rubbish, but I just thought it deserved a mention because if I'd kept posting, I only uploaded like 10 beats onto Audiomack, but if I'd uploaded more, I could have had more beats like that, and it could be a completely different story. So yeah, a little shout out to Audiomack. But now we get to the creme de la creme. If you are someone who does email marketing for beat selling, this is going to be an absolute game changer for you in 2025. In fact, this is going to have its own video totally altogether, but it deserves a spot in this video basically because it's going to be one of the best ways to drive traffic to your beats in 2025, and that is Volco. Now Volco, for those who don't know, this is something that BeatStars have brought out. It's kind of like a social media meets BandLab-esque music app where artists can record over your beats and upload them onto a kind of like music social platform to share it with them. What makes this really cool though is every single time someone downloads and records over one of your beats, you get a capture of their email address. Now, not all the time. I have felt that a lot of people just put in their name and not an email at all. However, in the past couple months, it's mental how much quicker my email marketing list is growing since I've now got people who are downloading the beats, especially like because every single one of these that records is a person who's downloaded and recorded over the beats. And to give you an example of how good this actually is, I've got this one beat which has popped off and got over 2,000, I think it's nearly on 3,000 plays, and it's got over 200 recordings on Volco. And this one beat alone has captured over 100 email addresses for my email marketing list, which these are now people I can target for my beats. So it's a really good way to drive traffic to your beats. Now, to be able to upload into Volco, it's pretty simple. Firstly, you've got to have BeatStars, and if you do go through the process of uploading, there is the option to upload your beats onto Volco, but you do have to enable free downloads for that to happen. But again, I couldn't recommend Volco enough. I think if you're an email marketer person, it's going to be an absolute game changer for growing your email marketing list. Which ties in nicely to the last thing I thought I'd mention is email marketing. It's still super effective, still one of the best ways, if not, I think the best way when it comes to returning customers to get beat sales. You should definitely be still giving your beats away for free, so you can still do this. I've done many videos on email marketing. I'll leave a link below to one of them if you want to check out more about that. But again, email marketing, really good way to sell beats. But yeah, guys, this was a video about how to drive traffic to your beats in 2025. I hope you found it helpful, and if you did, smash the subscribe button is the best way to support the channel, and also comment below if you've got any other ways you're going to be driving traffic to your beats in 2025, which you think other people should know about as well, and jump on before it's too late. But yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching. Keep making music, and I'll see you in the next video.